And welcome to the last game of round 3 here tonight at McDonald Jones Stadium. We have the Newcastle Knights playing host here to the Sea Eagles for what is bound to be one hell of a clash. I'm A-Mac in the box, and joining me tonight is Mitch Riles. How are things, Mitch?
Yeah, g'day, mate. G'day, AMAC. Yeah, this should be one hell of a clash. Bit of rivals, as it is rivalry round.
Yeah, I've had a quick look back at the history between these two clubs. Since the Knights came in season 5, they have only beaten the Sea Eagles twice in all of those seasons. Having said that, that's season 8 and season 9. So currently, I think the Sea Eagles, they want to nix some of that losing streak and get a win here tonight.
Yeah, they've got the team to do it, but the Knights, will they prove to be the victors?
Now, the Knights, they're coming off a bit of a win last week and hoping things will go a bit better for them. It was a pretty close win last week, so we'll see how things go as Engo is the first to kick it up, playing it there on the 20. Now, looking down the team list for the Knights, they've got, as you said, a really strong team list. Who do you think tonight is their key player or players? Who do they need to get the ball to?
Dom Ponkston at the back is always dangerous whenever he touches the ball. It's going to be the forwards, though. I reckon the forwards need to lay the platform. As we see, Joey June makes a step and takes a good run up to halfway up the field. Joey June moving from the centre onto the wing this season, so that's probably another one to look out for too.
Yeah, we've got a couple of interesting pairings happening here at the Knights, and none other than their halves pairing, Vakama booting it down there. Now Seymour gets around one, but does break a tackle and makes a nice little dash up to the 30. Coming across the other side of the park and looking at the Sea Eagles tonight, they may not have the star power they had last season, but they are definitely no slouch tonight, are they?
No, you can never underestimate an underdog. They've still got the strengths of some players in there, but you never know what's going to happen in rugby league.
And speaking of Leondis, easily their best player last week, making one hell of a line break there and getting them up to the 30. And here we have the end of the set here for the Sea Eagles. They are currently sitting at 2-0 for the season, and they are hoping to cement the win here to possibly put themselves up at the top of the table by the end of this round.
And we just had that beautiful kick that went in behind. There was a kick chase there, but the Knights, like big row, front row, and in Namina just got there first.
As Knights playing it there, and Ango making a lovely dash up the field, getting over the 50. Third tackle, all out attack from both teams so far tonight. Slow play the ball there from Ango, but Orson spreading it wide. Vakama again, getting across to the 40, playing it there for his fourth. Another slow one. Coming back across. Knights spreading it wide, coast to coast, getting up to the 30. This type of footy is excellent to see. All out attack and next to no holds barred, although that might be the first bit of a dodgy kick we see tonight.
Yeah, definitely not the play they wanted. Kicking it straight to the defense right there. Nenai was.
As Buckingham off to Punch. Punch sees a lovely gap and he's off up the field. Offloads it back to Buckingham. Buckingham pushed back to the 40. Third tackle. A bit long in the tackle there. Pauche. Again, offload game is absolutely on fire tonight for the Sea Eagles. Just shy of the 20. Fourth tackle. Coming wide. Bontoff back on the inside to Pache again. Pache. 15 metres out. Excellent field position here for the Sea Eagles. Let's see what they can make of it. Callahan putting it high, putting it deep, but there is no kick chase. Having said that, Rashford, he's forced back into his own goal.
Yeah, we were a bit worried when you see that no kick chase, but they knew what they were doing there. They had those defenders ready to push me back in for a repeat set.
And Driscoll, lovely drop goal out there. Drop kick down to the 50 and Punch. Oh, that was one hell of a run from Punch. They're already up to the 30. First tackle. This is looking dangerous here. Callahan, lovely ball to Beckman. Beckman back on the inside to Callahan. Again, I don't know what they've been feeding them, but there's been lots of offload training from the looks of things at Belmore. Garcia pushing up to the 10. Third tackle, 8 minutes in, still 0-all. Oh, risky speculator out to punch. 10 meters out.
Is that a repeat set?
That looks like it's a repeat set, but they won't need it. It looks like Freeburn might be over.
Not sure what happened in that tackle, but the tackle count looked like it got reset. So yeah, repeat set and Freeburn has scored.
Oh,
So they don't need the repeat set.
no, Bunker doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Well, no, they're taking a while to look at it, actually. There we go, try. Freeburn's first over, and Manly strike in the 8.5 minute.
Yeah, a strong start from Manly. We weren't sure exactly what happened there in that tackle, but it come out for them and they've scored.
Well, I won't jinx it. I was about to say something about Callahan. And unfortunately, it jinxed it anyway.
He jinxed it no matter what.
Jinxed it anyway. Well, I was about to say Callahan's been pretty good off the boot so far this season. He's come in and made the number 6 jersey his own, and pairing up there with Bontoft, they've been a pretty handy halves pairing to start this season. That's Driscoll lining up. 10 minutes in, or just shy of 10 minutes in. It's probably not the way Newcastle wanted to start, but it's been entertaining footy so far, Mitch.
Oh, and Punch just got leveled, so they weren't too happy about that try, so they've just let their frustrations out there. But yeah, no, not at home. You don't want to be down at home here in front of a home crowd. The crowd will let them know that, so they'll have to clean it up.
Yep, Steel City fans, they definitely love a bit of an underdog tale, and well, we'll see what happens tonight as Buckingham off to Pache. Pache trying to push up through the line, but can't get much further than just shy of the 40. Fifth tackle, good return set here for the Sea Eagles. Bontoff makes the most of a really bit of a dodgy pass, but here comes Rashford. And gets through, gets around, can't get past the others. A good kick chase there from the Sea Eagles. Let's see if they can keep the pressure here on the Newcastles.
Yeah, I'm still amazed by the kick just there. It did pretty much a 180, bloody just a random 180 no scope boot, pretty much.
As Pongston works his way up to the 50. Marshall, Ngo. Ooh, he wound himself up, but just couldn't get past that line of the fence. Fourth tackle. Coming wide, Namana bumps off one, but meets the two defenders there. Again, 35 meters. The Knights, they're throwing what they can at the Sea Eagles, but they just can't seem to penetrate that line, Mitch.
No, and as you say, Seymour just makes mincemeat of the line, defensive line there, and look, no one's catching him, so this is going to be another 4-pointer, even a 6-pointer, depending on the kick to come.
Oh, that's absolutely heartbreaking. Newcastle, they had what they could attack-wise, and just a little bit of class there from, well, that's the second winger there from Manly scoring tonight. And as you said, it's probably, barring some incredible catastrophe, it's about to be 10-0, 13 minutes in.
You're going to jinx him again, you know that.
Oh no, I'm testing it out. I'm seeing what I can get away with and what the footy gods will punish me. No, they knew I was being a bit cynical there.
Yeah, you couldn't throw him off that time.
No.
But no.
Oh, it's Driscoll lining up again, and hopefully, or at least if you're a Newcastle fan, they can stem the tide a bit, because if this continues, it's going to get a bit ugly here for the Knights.
Yeah, if this keeps going, I feel like the crowd might be booing the team in at halftime.
A lovely kick down to Mobs. Mobs decides to take it himself and gets just shy of the 20. First tackle, 14 minutes in, 6 minutes, and our first subs will come on. Leondis working his way up to the 30. Another good forward hit. Buckingham off to Bontoff. Lovely border punch. And punch is leveled by Nanai. And Nanai is off, and it looks like momentum has shifted here for the Knights.
Yeah, that's when you get a good impact hit on the ball, right under the ribs. Knocks it loose, and the Knights are on the attack now.
Driscoll playing it. Vakama over to Nanai. Nanai. Oh, he deserves it. He got them here. Oh, no, he just couldn't muscle his way over. He's on his back. Well, no, we're sending it up. Don't want to say anything too quickly. But very easily onto his back. Taking it back to the 10. But it looks like the Knights, they are knocking on this door something fierce.
Yeah, the Knights, they definitely do not want to leave up this end without points here.
That's Driscoll. Slow play the ball. Oh, that was too easy.
Vakama, is the rookie half? Is it his first season in the halves? Just slices that open and straight for him.
Yeah, I've been having a look at the Knights play sheet. Vakama, he's a 66 rookie at the moment. He's come up from the mines as a recruit here for the Knights, and well, he's definitely paying them back for all of the trust that Borsons is putting into them here at the Knights. So, again, barring anything catastrophic, Driscoll's going to slot this over, and we're back to a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the crowd's going to love that one. They'll you know, the booing might stem a bit quicker, but they're still down here, so they definitely need to keep this momentum going.
Now, calling back to the past for these two teams, as I was saying earlier, it's been very heavily weighted usually in front of the Sea Eagles, and usually by multiple 20-plus point ball games. It's only been the last 2 seasons that the Knights have got the upper hand on the Sea Eagles here. And if tonight is any indication, I'm almost willing to say it's going to be a pretty close ball game.
Yeah, teams can always have a slow start. Doesn't always mean that's how it's going to end, but we've just seen that inside ball again lead to an intercept. So Manly given strong attacking position here. So
Beckman, second tackle, working his way 25 meters out. Oh, very slow ruck there. Testing the ref's whistle. Punch, getting to the line and pushed back by some strong defense. Third tackle, 20-meter line. Blindside raid, Beckman, Freeburn, our first try scorer of the night. Can't get around that time. Gets over the 10-meter, fourth tackle. 2 minutes until the subs come on. Pache. Oh, that was an interesting rocket out the back, but looked like something had kicked it on. Ref says no, fifth tackle. Callahan boots it, played at, fresh set, knocked on the ground. Everything is happening right now, Mitch.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That was a good charge down, but it's just given him possession again. I think Daniel before was almost over. It felt like maybe they thought he was still playing in Knights colours the way he was almost in through that line.
Oh, blink and you miss it. Freeburn's over for his first half double. We've played with Freeburn for quite a few seasons, Mitch. I don't know if he's ever scored a double just like that.
Nothing as simple as that, at least anyway. He may have been quite a efficient try scorer, but they're coming that easy tonight.
Callahan, another tricky kick, just like he had for his first try. He might give a bit of a mouth off to Shannon, but no, he's missed it again. So that's 2 gone missing. You can't really blame him, though, when they score them out wide, and we're bringing it back for another kickoff, 14-6. Now, casting my eyes over the bench here, Mitch, we've got Matt Downey and Ben Dishwasher coming in for the Knights, but on the other side, we've got Riggle and Palangi. Which team do you reckon has the upper hand when it comes to those bench subs?
Yeah, I think Manly, they might have the more versatile bench subs. We saw what Ben Dishwasher can do, and Matt Downey, he's been a great player. I feel like just in versatility-wise, Manly's bench have the upper hand.
As speaking of the Devil, we see them coming on just behind the ruck there. Callahan off to Garcia. Garcia met with some strong defense there. Push back to play it on the 30, third tackle. Buckingham inside to Pache. Pache gets to the 40. Do we see a 40-20 right now? Where's Callahan? Off to Callahan. There he is. He's well over the 40. Oh, Oh, the freaky Mohawk, man, just stays in, and the Knights, they're in some good field position here.
Yeah, they went for that early 40-20, but the boot just didn't have the oomph it wanted. And then Ponkston to get it that close, or as we just see him make another line break.
Now,
He's
so far, some...
Newcastle's danger man.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say, oh, Driscoll rocked. He's Newcastle's danger man, but so far, Manly, they've been keeping him under wraps. So if Ponkston can get through the line a bit more like he has just then, we might see a little bit more skill here from the Steel City as Borsons puts it up. Oh, but O'Donnell takes it easily, and they bring it out for a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, Ponkston, he touched it 3 times in that set, but just couldn't make anything out of it.
And it's Palangi takes the first hit up there. Ooh, Pache does his best to hold on to that. Saves the ball. Can't really get much further, though. First tackle, 30 metres out. Coming across, Bontoff. Mobs. Mobs hit the line and pushes forward for some good post-contact meters. Second tackle. Ooh, that looked like it hurt him just a bit. Palangi off to Wriggle. Our bench subs linking up. Sending across the 50. Third tackle. The Sea Eagles, it looks like they're having a bit of trouble getting into the Newcastle half here. Their defence, it has been really good so far, except for a little bit of issues here and there, Mitch.
Yeah, they considering the possession and the field position that Manly has had, the Newcastle Knights, they've stuck in here. Credit to that Steel City defence, I guess. But, defence can only get you so far. Without the points on the board, you're still going to lose at the end of the day. And that
yeah.
errors are costing them.
Yeah, I think almost every point that the Seagulls have scored tonight have come off an error within their 10 or 20 metre line. So if that's going to keep happening, oh, do we have another one? Well, silence is deafening here in the stadium. Wriggle, he's reaching out. Get us a better angle. There we go. Is that enough? And it's a try. There we go. Another try off an error. This time, straight under the sticks.
Yeah, and you asked me about the bench subs before, and you just see that Wriggle scoring right there.
So Callahan lining it up for another easy one. Though he's taking his time just a little bit. Trying to kick himself up on the TV screen up there. Straight over the black dot. 20 points to 6. 25, 26 minutes into it.
This is becoming all too familiar for Driscoll, so they might want to try and snap this in their butt because it's going to be a long night.
Yep. And it's not like the Knights have been playing bad at all. It's just a couple of little cough-ups here and there that have really hurt them. So if they can fix up some of those errors, then they can definitely get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, the biggest thing is the errors. Manly's capitalised on every single one of them. So you got to make sure if you're going to make the error, you're going to have to defend it.
As Beckman plays the ball there on his 30-second tackle. Palangi breaks through the line. Lovely line break there. Tries to get to his 50. Third tackle. Ooh, almost whistle came out there. O'Donnell gets around one. Breaks off a tackle. Has to be taken down by Dom Ponkston. And again, slow played the ball. The Knights are trying to slow this rock down and stop some of the speed coming out of the Manly half as they don't quite get to the 30. And the Knights, well, depending on who they kick it to, Rashford, they got to lock him down because that man is deadly.
Yeah, Rashford, he's been a very dangerous winger over the last couple of seasons, starting out as a rookie here at the Knights.
And Driscoll rocked again. Oh, no. Oh, well, here we go again.
And again, ban dishwasher. Get your hands up, boy.
Lungy pushing forward. He saw his 14 get one. He wants one as well. Buckingham. Oh, lovely short ball there to Pache, but he's put onto his back just before the line. What was that? Oh, Palangi He could have dived and he was over. Look at that steel wall.
That cover defense saved that 4-pointer, but I don't think they're going to save this one.
Oh, and again, almost a carbon copy of what happened with the wriggle try. Just pure muscle there, pushing forward. And, well, I don't want to preempt the bunker, but we might have another one.
Yeah, Christie and Ben Dishwasher just can't wrap him up there.
And there we go. A bit of a horror start here. We're 30 minutes in, and pending a Callahan kick, we're about to be 26-6 up. So with 10 minutes left in the half, the question has to be asked, Mitch. What do Newcastle need to do?
Cut out the errors. It's really killing them here on the scoreboard. I know it's easy for us to say up here, but at the end of the day, they're dropping this ball. They're paying for it.
And Manly, they are definitely loving this because currently, if they keep the scoreline as it sits, they will be rocketing straight up to the top of the table. The Cronulla Sharks, at bye this week, don't get any addition to their for and against. So this could be a very, very good game here for the Sea Eagles.
Yeah, we're sitting in this box, and your team doesn't play this week, so you're sort of watching the plus and minus affect your outcome.
As Palangi, 45 metres out, Pache, Beckman. Beckman gets across the 50. Third tackle. Into Knights territory once again. Callahan, lucky ball to O'Donnell. O'Donnell picks up the scraps and gets across the 40. Fourth tackle. Not making as many meters, but Pache does what he can. And again, the Seagulls kicking off and hoping that they can force another error. They try kicking it off to June again this time. June gets around one, tries to thread the needle, but just can't. A good return there for the Knights and some good field position.
Yeah, much better return there from the Knights. So they're in Manly's half now, so they really need to try and make sure that they don't really drop this ball here. Complete a set.
It's Ponkston, almost to the 30. Short ball to Vakama, back on the inside to Parks, and Parks, again, lovely ball movement here from the Knights. They just need to do something at the end of this set. Fourth tackle, coming wide, Vakama, good ball out to Borsons, halves linking up. Over the 10, fifth tackle. Where do they go? It won't be going to Borsons. Nanai boots it high in the air. Where are the chasers? Ponkston is held out. That is phenomenal defense there from the Sea Eagles, and way, way better there from the Knights.
Yeah, much better. They complete a set. They even put up an attacking kick. Ponkston's leaps above the rest of them, but he just can't get it down. As we see, Beckman just rips straight through the middle there, and
Buckingham out to Palangi. Palangi bumps off one and he's up over the 50. Offloads to Pache. Pache can't make much use of it though. Pushed down there for his third. 5 minutes left in the half. Coming wide out to Bontoff. Lovely ball passing out to O'Donnell. Almost coast to coast there. Fourth tackle, 35 metres out. Oh, get out of the way, Mobs. But he grabs it and gets at least to the 25. Might not be able to attack kick, but definitely doing an attacking kick. But making the best of what they can, and they're going to force the Knights to fight out of their own 10. That's not what they wanted, I imagine, but not the worst way to end the set there for the Sea Eagles.
I mean, considering the scoreboard, that's probably not a bad result. Knights have to work their way out now instead of a kick return.
And as we got about 3 and a bit minutes left in the half, Knights fighting desperately to get out of their half. I think there's going to be some strong words from the captain coming into the sheds here tonight. As we got just shy of the 40, we might see a kick, try to get some field position here. Off to Borsons. Borsons, ooh, an interesting kick. Has the angle, just... Oh, that was a bit risky, but it wasn't the worst kick there from Borsons. And you got to put it all out there if you're trying to chase down 20 points at the end of the first half.
Yeah, the kick almost, if it bounced the right way, it might have been all right. So it's, you can't be mad for him for trying it. Or as we see, an ankle
Oh,
tap, stop a try there.
oh, Palangi is dangerous in and around the ruck, especially with that quick speed. Beckman just 5 meters out, fourth tackle. Callahan gets to the line and just can't pass the ball onto his back. That means he is out of fifth tackle option. Where's Borsons? Back. Bontoff. There he is. Mobs. Ah, there we go. Look at that defense. But again, penned here on their line, Newcastle, they just aren't getting any field position.
No, look, they need to probably get some ball movement going, open those holes up, because these one-out runs out of their end's not going to cut it.
And the Knights, they'll probably end this set, or they might get a kick in about a couple of seconds, but this will probably be the last time that we see the ball move around. We're going to have an interesting halftime. I might send you down to the sheds, stick your ear to the door, see what happens. But Vakama, he just boots the ever-loving hell out of that ball, trying to get it as far away as possible. And they stop O'Donnell. We'll see after the break. And welcome back to the second half of this, well, attack field game here at Steel City. Looking at the stats through halftime there, Mitch, is there anything especially interesting you want to highlight for us?
I mean, Palangi, we can't go past that. 18 minutes, 104 run meters, 4 line breaks. If he doesn't come back in this second half, that is probably the greatest 18 minutes of football from a forward.
And well, the points 26-6. The possession count very heavily favouring the Sea Eagles. We can definitely see, unfortunately, why the Knights are stuck here on 6 points, Mitch.
Yeah, we saw the error count was 4 in the Knights have made 4 errors. And we were saying in the first half that every single time the Knights have sort of made an error, it's cost them 6 points, or at least 4 points. So yeah, that really adds up on the scoreboard here.
Yeah. Although having said that, they're only chasing down 20, so it's definitely possible. We've seen this week some teams very, very close to chasing down that. So it starts now with Joey June almost getting around the fullback there, as we've got Seymour rotating into the fullback with O'Donnell off to the wing. Is that a move that you think will work for the Seagulls tonight, Mitch?
Well, being honest, it's the first time I've ever seen it. I clearly haven't watched enough Manly games this season, but it's an interesting one. We saw how dangerous Seymour was on the wing. Now you put him in the middle. And there we go. We've got our first penalty of the game, I believe. So this will give the
And
Newcastle Knights a very strong attacking opportunity.
yeah, with Borsons, his very shiny head, kicking it as far down the field as he possibly can. 20 metres out. This is the beginning of the fight back here for the Knights. If they can't score here, it's going to be a very dusty second half for them, I think.
Yeah, they've got to be the first to score here. As we see the offload to June.
Luckily, staying in, 5 metres out. Oh, hit off the ball. Nanai picks up the crumbs, and oh, that might be it. Nanai had the most run meters for the Knights in the first half with 71. And if that's him scoring, then that is definitely well deserved from the big lock forward.
Yeah. 3 letters, 4 points.
And we have a game. So pending a kick here from Driscoll. Again, got to put a buzzer on me because I keep wanting to preempt whatever kick's about to happen. And looking at that lovely blue hair, he probably doesn't want me to say a single thing. As we go, there we go. We got 14 points left in the game. That is 3 tries. Definitely doable with the 25 minutes left. We've got 35 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, it's a good start to the second half of the Newcastle Knights here. They just need to keep it up. Manly, was pretty on point in the first half. So a bit of a interesting one to make a mistake of a penalty there.
As Namana returns the ball up to the 20, breathing new life back here into the Knights. Blindside, Driscoll. Ooh, trying to get up. Met some strong defense there from the Seagulls. Namana again out to Driscoll. Driscoll and Driscoll both on the field tonight. Third tackle. Very slow play the ball there. Borsons running deep into the line and passing it out to Vakama. Vakama gets to the 40. Oh, where's Borsons? Is he going for another one? No, Nanai. Oh, I don't think he was in the 40. Doesn't matter, however, because Seymour gets around it and works his way back to the 40. Definitely a much better set there from the Newcastle Knights, but the Seagulls, they're fighting off back down the field. Got Pache playing it there just shy of the 50. Leondis had a good start to the first half and it was a bit quiet until he got subbed off. They definitely don't need his injection as much as they have the last couple of weeks, but I don't think he is going to turn himself off. As Pache, 35 metres, fourth tackle. Callahan sees half a line, gets through almost to the 20. They might put an attacking kick here in, but looking at the score line, well, he does, but it's definitely not the kick that the Seagulls would have wanted there, Mitch.
No, it was a bit of a shallow kick, but at this point, the scoreboard's in their favour, so it's not necessarily going to hurt them too much. But Christie makes a great run here. I was just saying a shallow kick's probably not a bad thing, but Christie's made a good return there.
Oh, not just Christie, but Kamaleoa. Sorry if I'm butchering that one. I think that's the first time he's touched it tonight and had one hell of a good run there as Namana ends up with it coming up through the middle. Third tackle. Again, very slow play of the ball. Nanai muscling forward. 10 metres out. Fourth tackle. Which way do they go? Blindside? Yes. Borsons. Driscoll. Pushing forward. 5 metres out. Fifth tackle. Do they cross here? Borsons kicks it. Oh, Buckingham. That was absolutely phenomenal. Shut the gate. He is gone. There are chasers, but they are not going to get him. And that is a dagger to the heart of... Oh, actually, they almost got him.
We were just talking about that player. Yeah, the one you were just speaking of. Gets the ankle tap, but just doesn't get enough of it to throw Buckingham off.
Yeah, Kamialoa, he's not really done much in attack tonight, and he almost just saved a certain try there. So, good stuff there from the young rookie. Unfortunately, we're back out to a 20-point ball game. But again, there's still 30 minutes in the game, and the Newcastle Knights, there's some fresh blood in this attack. They can definitely see if they can chase that down. They've got to be the next to score, though.
Yeah.
It's Driscoll lining up for another kick. Which way does he send it? Sends it way far right. He's tired of sending it left. Callahan. Oh, that was way too risky, and look at that. That is a
try.
Oh, that is a captain killer there, but John Nanai, take a bow.
How many times do you see a lock intercept that and score a try? Off a kickoff. That was beautiful.
Oh, and Leondis cops one in the background just for good measure. I don't know if any of the Knights fans have turned their TV off yet, but they need to turn it way back on because, well, this is just good footy.
That I'm still in awe of that try. That was beautiful. Yeah, they've just given up a try, but the Knights, they score one straight back.
Okay, here we go. Again, coming here tonight, I didn't know what to expect, but I was not expecting that. And this is a beautiful way to end round 3, getting back into the SRL. As Callahan about to kick it off. I'll turn it back around to the Seagulls tonight, Mitch. After seeing that, oh no, don't do that. Okay, they need to stop throwing it around like that. What do the Seagulls need to do to stop this onslaught from the Knights?
Well, yeah, they were very strong in the first half, so they need to just get back to that. They've probably gone into half time. They've probably come back and relaxed a bit, going, oh, yeah, we've got this lead. We don't have to. But no, it's an 80-minute game. You've got to play for 80 minutes. You can't relax. The Knights, they've come back out. They know we've still got 40 minutes. We're going to hit them. We're going to hit them hard.
As Driscoll, absolutely rocked, but they're able to hold the ball and not cough it up as Borsons boots it down. Here comes Freeborn. Oh, he gets around one, and there he goes. Shut the gate. There is a hat-trick in the making here for Freeburn. And, well, I don't know what to say, but again, there is just everything happening in tonight's game here, Mitch.
Look, that is just another one, easy one for Freeburn. He is just, every time he's touched the ball tonight, it's magic.
And if you are a betting man out there, this is absolutely killing you because we're going between the 9 to 18 and the 20 plus. So attack is definite, defense is optional, and we're back to a 20-point ball game.
I can't even remember what I went, but I definitely don't think I went any of those score lines. So this is an interesting one for sure.
As it feels like we've been playing for 70 minutes and we're only playing for 54 so far, as Driscoll lines it up again, and kicks it straight down the guts this time, testing all over the shop. Buckingham holds onto it and then finally passes it to Leondis, gets up to the 25. We're not even at our first prop interchanges, and I don't know if we're going to be able to keep it just to under an hour here tonight, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, look, 56 points and 55 minutes on the clock. We're definitely scoring a point a minute at this point.
Oh, I wonder if we'll get into record territory. We'll have to keep an eye on that as we are playing up to the 50-meter mark. Oh, lovely ball there as Beckman breaks through the line. And here we go. We've got some of our little statistician goblins giving us some information. Just so you know, most points scored by one team in a game is 60. Highest scoring game is 88. So we're not quite at those two lofty areas just yet. But the way these two teams are scoring and not defending, anything could be possible tonight, Mitch.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. We have seen quite a lot of loose ball and a lot of points in the second half so far.
And Rashford kept very quiet here tonight by the Sea Eagles. They have definitely done their work on him. And he is forced to play it there for his fourth. And Driscoll, again, across the 50, but not too much further, unfortunately. Who are they going to kick it to? But they're definitely keeping it away from Freeburn.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I was going to say I wouldn't kick it the Freeburn, but O'Donnell's probably not a better option either.
Oh, he got around Ponkston, but if it wasn't there for some cover defense, we would have seen another one. Oh, Nanai. Oh, Nanai. Of course it's Nanai. He's always got his head in the way. The Knights, they're back in some field position. Do we get back to a 14-point game?
I mean, look at this. As we just see this go. Now, we were just talking. I was just about to make a comment about heads-up football, and then I headbutts the ball.
Oh, Junior Kamialoa. That is his first try in the SRL as a full-time SRL player, and that is obviously going to be the first of many. Okay, so what do we got? We're about to have 24-38. I'm not very good at maths, Mitch. What's that bring it out to so far?
So if they convert this, it will be up to 62 points in this game alone.
Points. Okay, so we need another 20-something points.
Yeah, a fair
That's
few
me.
points, but
Yep.
there's still, what, almost 20-something minutes to go.
And again, for a normal SRL game, you'd think that this deficit, this 14-point game, is well out of reach. But obviously, we've seen so many points tonight. That is not for certain at all. So sit back and enjoy as the Knights return it once again. As Namana gets it
I don't think
first.
we'd be looking at it, but what is the biggest margin, chase down margin?
Biggest chase down
Knights.
margin was 24. I think, and that was actually chased down by the Sea Eagles back a couple of seasons ago. They chased down 24 points to win the game themselves by the end of it. So, well, probably not going to get that one tonight, but it's still an interesting thing to have in your back. And Sinbin,
Oh,
ooh,
that could turn this game on its head. We are riding this game to the end, guys. Possibly record breaking, possible Sidman.
and the Sea Eagles, they definitely don't want that because they're up against the Bulldogs next week, and they're definitely going to want to be winning that one. There's Driscoll. Works his way up over the 20. First tackle. Here come the Knights. Coming across. Vakama. Just holds the ball. Doesn't do anything silly. Makes another 10 meters. And back on the inside to Ponkston. There he is. The mohawked freak. 5 meters out. Third tackle. Back in the pocket. Vakama hold the ball. Doesn't do anything silly again. Just a bit flat-footed. Fourth tackle. Blindside. Driscoll. Pushing. Oh, just short. Fifth tackle. Where's Ponkston? Borson, sorry. Oh, that was champagne footy right there. The Knights, could they do it? It's only going to be 8 points, Luke.
Look, I'm surprised so far at this scoreline. We haven't seen Ponkston score one at all, but a beautiful dive from Engo. That's what you got to love when you see the big boys getting over for the try.
Oh, and Beckman must feel robbed because he was just about to touch that one too. So here we go. Driscoll lining it up. He's definitely going to be racking up the fantasy points tonight. Straight over the black line. 30 points to 38. 2 tries in it. Just under 20 minutes. I hope you guys don't have anywhere else to be tonight because we could be here for quite some time. As Callahan lines it up. We're just about to see our 2 locks go off in about 2 minutes or so, which is going to see, well, that could, in the context of this game, that could mean anything really, but it's going to see some people come in off the bench, and unfortunately, it probably means Nanai's off the field. And that's definitely not what you want to hear if you're a Knights fan.
He's had a good 65 minutes. We'll have to see what they can do without him, though. But yeah, Newcastle being down on the scoreboard immensely in the first half. They've come out the second half and thought, you know what, guys? We may not win this, but we're going to throw everything at them and see what sticks. And so far, that's almost everything.
And they've even got the Seagulls in a position where they've got to be worried because they've got a sin bin warning. But Borson, that was one heck of a rocket off the boot there. Unfortunately, just a bit long in the tooth and gifts the Seagulls a 7 tackle set.
Yeah, so that I viewed a pretty good kick. If it had the angle, it would have been definitely a 40-20, but straight to a 7 tackle set's not what they want.
And as we see, that beautiful bald head of Leondis is back on the field there for the Sea Eagles. Last 15 minutes, he comes in as lock, as O'Donnell plays the ball just over the 40. Buckingham back on the inside for Leondis. Offloads back to Punch, but he is muscled back and they lose about 5 meters for the effort. Trying what they can. Beckman to O'Donnell. O'Donnell hasn't seen the ball much at all for the second half, and oh, no. No, that's painful and is almost gifting away the game here.
Yeah, Ponkston just caught up to make that tackle. Just thought he either needed to stay on there a bit longer to get his team back on side, but he's given away that penalty.
And now the Knights, they've got to use what stamina they've got left to keep these Seagulls out. Buckingham does what he can, tries to score a bit of a penalty there from an offside marker. Can't really do it. Or outside inside, but Leondis holds it, muscles forward, third tackle, 13 minutes left. If Manly scores here, if Manly scores here, you could almost say it's done. Callaghan onto his back. No, got to send it up. No, the game hasn't lasted long enough. They need a couple more stoppages. And here we go, playing the ball. What's happened to the tackle counter? Are we back to the first tackle, are we? Yeah, we are. It's reset itself again.
Oh, we're not. Yeah, that one's a bit of a weird one.
Oh, play on. Fifth, 5 meters out. Bontoff pushing forward for the line. Oh, on his back. The Newcastle Knights, they are resolute. They do not want to let the Knight Seagulls cross this line again. Back to O'Donnell. Through the line. Risky ball out to Seymour, who is dragged down desperately. Fourth tackle. Coming over to Leondis. Leondis pushing forward. And he's down, and that might be the game. Ponkston, he tried his best, but the amount of effort he's had out there, he just didn't have anything left in him.
Yeah, now that's a bit has put this scoreboard a bit further out, but as we've seen in the second half, any scoreboard is easily chased down. So we'll just have to see how Newcastle respond.
Yep, 10 minutes, 14 points. It's been done before. It's been difficult, but again, as we've said, we've seen everything tonight, and it's definitely not out of the question just yet. As Driscoll gets ready to kick it off back down the field. Currently, we're sitting at 74 points. If we want to reach that record of 88, we need, well, really record-breaking next 10 minutes here. As Bontoff.
That 14-point margin, exactly.
As Garcia. Ooh, held just a little bit too long there. As Leondis pushing up, pushing hard over the 30-second tackle. Finally, in our last 10 minutes of the game here, Mobs pushing again up to the 40, third tackle. Good captain's knock from him so far tonight. Anderson, I think that's the first time I've seen Anderson touch the ball tonight. Good run there. Mobs off to Garcia, and the Knights, they've done their job. They've only just let them over to the 50. And if I was a Seagull, I would not be doing that to begin with. Marshall picks up the crumbs. Here come the Knights yet again.
Yeah, 7 tackle set, 40 out. This could be dangerous. As we see, Pogster gets through. He's finally going to get on the board after all this.
Oh, Steel City, dare to dream. Here we go. We've got 8 minutes left. Scoring under the posts. Back to an 8-point game. Oh, Jesus. I was definitely not expecting this at all. I don't think anyone out there or anyone watching at home or anyone in the stands was expecting this. But if you were looking for a boring end of the round last game on a Wednesday night, that is not what you got tonight, guys.
No, this is probably going to be the most talked about game of the round. I believe we are at the 80-point mark, so 8 points to go.
Here we go, 8 points to go. So that means either the Manly Sea Eagles need to really knock it out of the park, or the Newcastle Knights, they need to level it. Either way, strap yourselves in. We're into our 7th minute of the game, and Callaghan is wasting as much time as possible.
Well, 8 points to tie, 9 to beat the record.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't want to tie no stupid record. We want to break this thing. So, Knights, who is it in you that needs to stand up? And Sea Eagles, who is it in you that needs to stop him? Parks, 15 meters out, first tackle. Marshall coming across and go. Just a single hit up, run, good post-contact meters, just shy of the 30. Christie back on the inside to Ponkston, can't get through that time. One more good run, the Newcastle Knights, they can maybe try for a 40-20. Give it to Vakama this time though. Borsons, he's just going to boot it straight out of the park. Oh, no, okay, maybe don't give it to Vakama.
I was going to say, you almost had it right. He was close to that line. They might have been able to get him over it, but.
And again, here come the Sea Eagles. Second tackle over the 40. Buckingham, Seymour, dancing through the line. Ponkston stops him though, not before he gets lots of meters for his run and takes a long time to get back up. Garcia way knocked back onto his back, fourth tackle, 10 meters out. Blindside, Callahan, Seymour back in the pocket to O'Donnell. He is pushed back hard. And here we go for a good attacking kick. 5 minutes left. Time slowly running out here for the Knights. Callahan boots it high. Here we go. Rashford, though, safe hands. 7 tackle set here for the Knights.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of breaking that record, you don't know if you wanted them to score there or not.
As we got Marshall. Orsons. Oh, that was a bit of a risky ball, a bit of a speculator, and some might say even forward, but the ref puts his finger in their pocket because they want this record broken. And go to Driscoll. Driscoll just meets the line. Second tackle, and they're already at the 40. Knights coming across. Borsons. Vakama. Ponkston. Ponkston met and pushed back. Third tackle. 3 minutes left. Blindside. Vakama. Oh, O'Donnell. So that's probably it from the Knights tonight. They fought hard and they tried their best, but 8 points in 3 minutes might just be beyond the pale.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that might be it for the scoreboard, but we might be surprised. We'll have to.
Well, yeah, and considering the Tigers this week, they won on the 80-minute mark, so anything can happen in the SRL. As Lewis back on the inside to Leondis, can't penetrate the line. Really good 7 meters gained. That's insane for an attacking set and a defensive effort there from the Knights. And whoop, don't do it. Here we go. Here comes June. No, unfortunately, June has been running and tackling way too much tonight. Forced to play it there on the 10. And go. Oh, bumps off one, straight up the guts. 25 meters out. Second tackle. Less than 2 minutes to go. Vakama. Ponkston. June. Dances through the line. Can't get her. Oh, lovely inside, in pass back to Christie. Just shy of the 50. Takes a while to get back up. Blindside again to June. June straight down the sideline. Has to be met there by Seymour. We could see one more. It's only the fourth tackle. Here we go. 30 seconds. Vakama. He's got to play the ball now. They're definitely within place for an attacking kick. And where is he? Where is he? There he is. Boots it up. Good defusal there from Seymour. And that's the end of the game. So, again, don't know what you were expecting coming here tonight watching this game, but that was absolutely entertaining. And the Sea Eagles have come away worthy winners of this one.
Yeah, much better scoreline than what the first half said, but Seagulls proving too strong here for the Newcastle Knights.
As we'll run through these stats, we've got, well, more people on the sheet scoring than had any right to be tonight, unfortunately. Tries 6 to 8. Possession was wrestled back in the favour of the Knights a little bit. It was about 66 to 30-something in the first half. So the Knights had a bit more ball in that second half. But errors about the same, penalties about the same, tackles, missed tackles, and line breaks about the same. So the stats themselves, at the end of things, kind of highlight exactly where these two teams should be. If we go over to some individual stats, do you want to run us through these tonight, Mitch?
Yeah. So at half time, we had a lot of players that weren't even over 100 metres. So Dom Pongston's really stepped up in that second half. So did Joey Jude, Vakama, Driscoll, then Ango, Christie, Boston. They're all over 100 now. Much better second half, but the first half just let them down.
And all the way down the bottom, Matt Downey, he didn't make any runs, but he definitely made tackles. So not the impact he probably wanted in off the bench, but you got to do what you got to do. And, well, unfortunately, tonight the Knights, they were just outclassed as we come across to the Sea Eagles. And again, Buckingham way up the top there for 277. Seymour swapping over with O'Donnell at that halftime break, 199. Four line breaks, a try to his name, but Freeburn, 3 tries, 3 line breaks, 3 tackles, 145 metres, easily probably the best out there tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely made it hard on the Knights tonight with his footwork and speed on the wing.
And if we keep going down, Palungi, we coasted his efforts at the end of the first half, and there he is again, still 104 metres off his 18 minutes, 5 tackles, none missed, 4 line breaks. Just if that man does not get some more time, I don't know what's happening there at the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles.
Yeah, for him to be up there with a lot of the runners that have played full 80 minutes is insane.
And unfortunately, that's all from us tonight. This has been AMAC and Mitch Riles in the box. This has been round 3 of your SRL. Welcome back to the footy and welcome back to the SRL.